Oh, how sweet the 16 is. We have made it to the Sweet 16 of the first ever Ghostcast National Invitational Basketball Collegiate Championship. The Ohio State Buckeyes will be wearing the white uniforms. They have advanced by victories over North Carolina A&T and then over LSU. We'll take on the number one seeded Gonzaga Bulldogs. Victories for Gonzaga. Gonzaga over North Carolina A&T and LSU. Ohio State gets here by victories over Stephen F. Austin and Vermont. Those are the keys to the game. Gonzaga will be wearing their navy blue. 31-2 on the year, coached by Mark Few, a relative institution. Gonzaga, 87 points a game. They shoot it great from deep. And, of course, Ohio State, coached by Chris Holtmann in their fourth year. 21-10 on the year, 11-9 in conference. But they did finish by winning 9 of their last 12. That was terrific in conference play. Both these teams shoot it great from deep. So Ohio State has a couple of brothers out there. This is Washington down low in the post. So Dwayne Washington Jr. with a little left-hand jump hook. He's a 6'3 sophomore guard from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Really a three-point specialist, but he gets the Buckeyes on the board with their first deuce. And here's a steal by the Buckeyes. They come down 2-on-2, drive to the goal, lay it up and in. That's Luther Muhammad, the 6'3 sophomore out of Newark. Averages only 7 points a game, but a terrific start here for the Buckeyes. We are coming to you from New York. Lots of fans. The Buckeye fans, resplendent in their red. This is Gonzaga. Down low in the post, stuck in the post. You better shoot it there. Put it up and in. Pretty good shot there by Corey Kispert, the 6'7 junior from Washington. He's their second leading scorer at 13.9 points per game. And we're just underway. The Sweet 16. Coming to you from St. Johnny's Arena in New York. The Buckeyes in their white, red trim. And, of course, the Gonzaga Bulldogs. As I said, an institution in this tournament, the Final Four. The Buckeyes go in deep, put it up, and that's big Caleb Wesson. He is the younger brother of he and Andre Wesson. Leads them in rebounding, nine rebounds a game to go along with about 14 points. Here are the Bulldogs. Kispert and another turnover. And Ohio State will bring it back, going the other direction. Lead at 6-2, just 2 minutes in. The winner will take on the winner of Brigham Young University and San Diego State. That's like an old-fashioned Western Athletic Conference matchup. The names from those two universities way back in the WAC would be common and known to all. Danny Ainge, Fred Roberts, Greg Kite, Devin Durant from the Cougars, all battling against San Diego State. And, of course, San Diego State has like the likes of Tony Gwynn and Michael Cage, Kawhi Leonard a little bit later, going up against Jimmer. So the winner of this one will take on the winner of that one, and we'll bring that one to you live as well here on Ghostcast. The Buckeyes lead at 6-2, plant themselves in a zone, and get their third turnover early here in the first half. Ohio State coming back. Ohio State swing it to Andre Wesson. Wesson has it, top of the key, out front to Muhammad, down low to C.J. Walker. Walker in the post. He's kind of stuck here, 9 on the clock. Is he going to turn and shoot? He might do it, turn and shoot. Not a good shot by C.J. Walker, the junior out of Indianapolis. Don't know why he was posting up, but he's been great of late. Like, really terrific. Woolridge over here to Killian Tilly. Tilly, I think, is like their most versatile player. Tilly within the post. You can see the double team by Ohio State, but turn and shoot 7-footer, good. So the 6'10 senior from France averaged about 13.5 points a game. He's been 18 or more 6 of the last 10 ball games, including both round of 64 and round of 32. He puts Gonzaga within 2. 24 is the older brother, Andre Wesson. Swing it over here on the left wing. This is Luther Muhammad with it. He's out of Newark. Muhammad dribbling into a corner. Gonzaga's defense all over him. Got away with a travel. Still on the wing. Is he going to put it up? Better do something quick. Kick it out front. That's a nice job. Get some spacing. Always revert to spacing. Here's Walker on a drive and a foul committed on the play. Ohio State kind of happy on the play as they drew a foul late in the clock. We might have a couple of what you would call tiros libres. Free throws for one C.J. Walker. Ohio State had that great year early on. They started 11-1. Their first loss was in conference play that was at Minnesota. Free throw up and good. Then all of a sudden they start conference play. They lose 6 out of 7, and they are lost. They don't look like they're going to make the tournament, let alone finish in the top 5 in the conference. They finished by winning 9 of their last 12. Both free throws are good. 9 of the 12 and the 3 losses were all on the road late in conference play in the Big Ten. So they finished kind of strong. Here's Petrusev down low. He missed an easy one. And the Bulldogs miss, and Ohio State, the Buckeyes will come the other way with a 4-point lead. Luther Muhammad out front, swinging around to Wesson. Some great ball movement right now by Ohio State. Now all of a sudden Muhammad holds it. In the corner is Walker. Walker just made a couple of free throws. Give it to the big boy, 15-footer, and that is good. I got to believe that's Caleb Wesson. He averages 14 a game. He's the younger brother of Andre, and he's a junior. They're both from Westerville, Ohio. Gonzaga going, left-hand shot up and no good. Is there a whistle on the play? Looks like there is. There was kind of a late reaction there by the fans. Report from the sidelines telling you that both these coaches darn near came to blows in the press conference. Mark Few, mild-mannered, a distinguished gentleman in the game, and Chris Holtman, a youngster, who played his ball at Taylor College and then on to coach his first head coaching job at Gardner-Webb. He then became an assistant at Butler, took over for the Butler Bears for 4 years, and now Ohio State in his 4th year. But they were not happy with one another. I don't know why, if there's bad blood or not, but here's Wesson with another bucket. So the junior Caleb Wesson starting to go to work. He's got 2 buckets in a row and great size inside. Much more girthy than the slender Gonzaga bigs. Here's a terrific step back and shoot. That's Killian Tilly. Will knock that one down 12-6. But I definitely notice a size advantage for Wesson down on the block. Looks like the Incredible Hulk. Here he is on the left block. Up top to set a screen. Now he'll come up top, be the swing man. Ball with the ball, up top. That's Luther Muhammad. He gives it to Wesson. Wesson out front to Walker. Walker's right-handed. Swing it back to Muhammad. He's going to drive in late on the clock, put up a 4-footer, get a bounce, and he does. And Muhammad gets a bucket. Had a big ball game against Maryland about 5 ago where he went for 22 and made 4 threes. Ohio State, more than halfway through the first, in the lead. Gonzaga with it. Swing it out front. This is Petrusev out front to Ayayi. Ayayi on a catch on a little flare screen. Goes to pick and roll with Tilly. Now drive the base. Stuck on the base. 7 on the clock. Going to have to go one-on-one. Mark Few is beside himself because there's no ball movement. Give it to Petrusev. Put it up and in. They call a foul. I don't know if the bucket counts. We'll tell you in about 3 seconds. But it looked like he was fouled on the play. Yes, they're going to count that bucket. So the young sophomore from Serbia, Onye Gracina, Onye Dobarshut. That means he's a terrific player and a great shooter, and the Serbian in his native tongue, the 6'11", knocks it down. Last 11 games, he's averaged 20 a game. He gets a conventional and one. And the Bulldogs right back in it. 14-9, little mock pressure in the full court. Here's a pull-up jumper by Muhammad. It's good. I told you he's been on fire from deep. Made 2 out of 4 against Michigan State, 4 more against Maryland. And that 3-ball extends the lead to 7. Petrusev swings it on the left side. Ayayi down low on the post, going to work. Runs over one man, back up and shoot, and does not get the roll. And the rebound taken by C.J. Walker. He'll bring it up himself as he can. He's only 6'1" guard, but a good job on the board. To the bigger Wesson over here to Muhammad. Muhammad left wing. He's really been the star so far. There's a foul on the drive. Non-shooting foul. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Oh, they call an offensive foul on Muhammad. But those substitutions, that's like the ghostcaster's worst nightmare. He's prepped for like an hour for each team, but he hasn't got into the subs, and the subs check in. It just represents just a chance to look awful. But we're going to go with it. 16-9. Coming to you from New York. Sweet 16 action. The first of the 8 games to determine who makes it to the Final 8. Here's a shot put up and in by the Buckeyes. It's been all Buckeyes early. More substitutions. Thank goodness it's Muhammad, a starter, coming back into the ballgame. So this is the aforementioned substitution, but a conventional and one. He must be a terrific sub if he can come in 2 minutes and knock it down. But his free throw shooting, my goodness, didn't even come close. No wonder he doesn't start. That's why he's a bench player. The Bulldogs coming back. Ayayi out front. Swing it down on the wing. Down low to Petrusev. Petrusev in the post. Still got his dribble live. Couple of pump fakes against Wesson. This is a big matchup. The skinny sophomore turn and shoot and miss. Wesson kind of bodied him off the block. And Coach Holtman loves the defense by the Buckeyes, holding the number 1 scoring team in the nation, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, who score 87 a game, right now to 9 with less than 2 minutes to go in the first. Wesson down low. Kick it out to the other Wesson. This is Andre Wesson. Wesson from the elbow. Right wing, now top of the key. Bulldogs in a man-to-man. Muhammad drive. Kick it again. Beautiful cross-court pass. They pass open 3. Kick it to Wesson, 15-footer, good. So, Caleb Wesson doing a job, folks. The junior. He had 19 and 5 against Illinois. He had 16 and 18 boards against Nebraska just a little bit ago. Gonzaga needs to get something going. Here's a kick. Kick on the right wing. Mark Few looking for the right combination and subs. Drive. They fake the shot. Kick it out. They do not look sharp, folks. Passing up open shots. Finally get it to Killian Tilly. Here's a beautiful drive. He's fouled, and he will go to the line for a pair. Substitutions back in. That's the Ghostcaster's favorite moment of any ball game. The senior, Killian Tilly, finished the season, as I told you, 18 plus 6 of his last 10. He's so gifted. He can shoot threes. Gosh, he's made a 3 in every game this year except 1. So you know he can shoot. 73% on the year. Free throw against a sea of red in the backdrop is good. 20-11, final minute of the first half. Full court pressure by Gonzaga. See if Ohio State can get it across. They're going to use Wesson to do so. Good passing big man is Wesson. They get it across to Muhammad. So Muhammad has it. Give it to Andre Wesson over here to C.J. Walker in the right corner. Walker down low to Wesson. He's been a force. Turn. He gives it up. Pass it out. They pass up a good shot. Here's Muhammad from deep. That's good. And Luther Muhammad on fire in this first ball game. I told you only averages 7 a game. But 23-11 is the early lead for the Ohio State Buckeyes. No wonder, their mascot's doing face plants and chest dives, and their crowd going nuts. Here from New York, Gonzaga representing the West. Ohio State, the winner, will go to the Elite 8, trying to get our Western representative in the Final Four. The Final Four this year in Atlanta. And Mark Few talking it over with the Bulldogs. They have few times this year, no pun intended, been down like they are right now. Down by a dozen with 32 seconds to go in the first half. It is not like them. Out front is Woolridge. Woolridge, a 3-point gifted shooter, yet to get on track. Ayayi, the point guard, double team. He's on the right wing, pounding the ball to the floor. Now kicking him here to Woolridge. He's open, should fire. Come on, Ryan Woolridge, let it fly. He does not. Maybe holding for the final shot. 11 seconds to go. Here's a drive into the lane, and they get a foul. They'll get a couple of free throws. So a nice drive there by Corey Kispert. And he was so cold in one of their final regular season games against BYU, just 1 for 10. But in reality, he's been one of the most consistent players all year. Free throw up and good. That 1 for 10 BYU game really offset 5 beautiful games before that where he was on fire from deep. You can tell he's got a great stroke, knocks them both down. So they trim it to 10, 8.5 seconds. Ohio State, see if they can beat the pressure. Wesson in the backcourt, down to 5. Over here, they got to pass it, don't they? He's going to fire a 64-footer, not even close. And we make it to halftime. 23-13 from the Empire State Arena in New York, New York. The Ohio State Buckeyes doing everything right, taking advantage of the size of big Caleb Wesson against the slender Killian Tilly and Philip Petrusev. Bigs and skilled bigs for Gonzaga, but to this point cannot handle the size of the big, the girth of the Big Ten prevailing at this point. Gonzaga, I think, the most talented team in the country. But that being said, they have a lot of players, can do a lot of things really well. But I don't feel like they have a guy who can turn around and win you a basketball game. I've seen him many times this year. I felt that way the entire season. Like if they ever fell behind, they wouldn't have that one player to whom they could throw the ball and say, go get me 3 buckets in a row and get us back in the game. Ohio State in the zone to start the second half. Here's Tilly down low in the post, little 4-footer, good. Not a bad idea to go to your senior. Tilly shooting 54% on this regular season, his final year. Trims it to 8. Gonzaga shooting well, folks, 62%, but not nearly as well as the Ohio State Buckeyes, shooting in the 80 percentile range. Muhammad in the post against Woolridge. Muhammad faking the turnaround. Down low, kick it outside. Outside to Wesson, back down low to Muhammad. He's drawing a crowd. Beautiful move, but he doesn't shoot it. He'll get it back. Here he is, Muhammad. He's got 3 guys open. Spin, turn, 4-footer, good. So Luther Muhammad and Caleb Wesson, the story for the Buckeyes, and they keep that lead in double digits. 25-15. We're inside 9 minutes to go in the game. The winner goes on to the Sweet 16. We'll face the winner of BYU. A surprising, terrific year under Coach Mark Pope. And Brian Dutcher, San Diego State Aztecs. They'll play in the game right after this. Gonzaga with it. This is Woolridge on the left wing. He's been quiet thus far. Woolridge out front to Kispert. To Ayayi, drive in. Shot is blocked, but a foul called. And Joel Ayayi, also from France, will go to the line. Gonzaga has quite the international squad here under Mark Few. Kid from Texas, kid from Washington, 2 kids from France in the starting lineup, and a Serbian. This is the Frenchman, Joel Ayayi. Is the free throw up and good? D'accord. Don't you love how he can throw in multiple languages based on where the players are from? Comment ça va? Ça va bien, says Joel Ayayi. I can knock these down, and he does. A couple of free throws for him. Had a big ball game in the conference title game against St. Mary's. And full court pressure by the Bulldogs, who now trail it by 8. Good ball movement by the Buckeyes. When is the last time you had 2 mascots in the Sweet 16? Both begin with the letter B. Doesn't happen that often. I dare you to find the last encounter. Wesson out front to Muhammad. Muhammad with it. Drive. Kick it over here on the wing. Down low to Wesson. He's been a force down there. He turns, shoots, and scores. So Caleb Wesson. The kid's made 14 of his last 28 threes. He doesn't look like a three-point shooter. He looks like a post-up force. And the lead back to 10. We're inside 8 minutes. Mark Few, no panic. They've been there before. Down low, Petrusev, he should make that, and of course he does. Their leading scorer, and only a sophomore, 18 points, 8 boards a game. They haven't gotten the ball to him enough. And the lead back to 8. We keep going from 10 to 8. It's a good thing if you're an Ohio State fan because they keep answering every time the Bulldogs score. Ohio State with it. This is Washington Jr. His father played in the pros. Here's a backdoor pass to Muhammad, who will be fouled on the play. Ryan Woolridge will pick up the foul. Woolridge has been so quiet yet to score. Good look at Luther Muhammad, the 6'3 sophomore from Newark. Great defender, kind of runs the show. Free throw, up and in. He's an 85% free throw shooter. He's going to knock down the second one too. You're saying, wait. Have you seen the game before? Absolutely not. I just know he's an 85% foul shooter. And a free throw good. Again, they extend to 10. 7 minutes to go. in the ball game. There's a backcourt violation. Great pressure by Ohio State. C.J. Walker fired up. They kind of surprised the Bulldogs. Hit him with some half-court pressure, but it hit him right to the line, and Gonzaga turns it over. Mark Few cannot be happy with what's going on. Ohio State by a decade. Pass down low to Wesson, turn and shoot and score. They equal their largest lead of the ballgame, which is now 12, 31-19. Trust me, folks, I've called a lot of these simulated ghostcast National Invitational Tournament games. And when you're up 12 with 6.5 to go, it is nearly impossible to make a comeback. Here's a whistle on the far sideline. Oh, no. You hate when that happens, when the substitutions come in. Oh, no, my goodness. Woolridge with it. Ayayi out front, down low to Killian Tilly. Here's a drive to the goal. Beautiful play by Kispert, known as a three-point shooter, but he's got extra hops in this game. Drives to the goal, slam it home. Sometimes those dunks, those emphatic plays like that can be worth more than a deuce. In this case, Mark Few and the Bulldogs hopes it's one of those plays that's worth about 4. Shot up and in, no good. Taken by the Bulldogs. Great rebound by the big Gonzaga sub-center. So here we go. Kispert down low. This is Killian Tilly in the post. He can score down there, folks. They got one-on-one coverage. He's going to work. Still got his dribble alive. Well, that's fake number 6. Finally kicks it out to Ayayi. Ayayi, the Frenchman. He's got Woolridge with him up front. Swing it over to Woolridge. Woolridge drive. Beautiful behind the back. Oh, no, had a beautiful pass to Ayayi, but he missed the reverse layup. Didn't need to be that fancy, but still. Not that he was trying to be fancy. It's what the shot dictated, and he did not get it to go. 10-point game still. Ohio State the other way. Ohio State with Walker. Walker down low to Wesson. Wesson turn, get inside, use his strength, and score. I don't know how they're going to stop this guy. Caleb Wesson is a force, folks. He's got 14 in the game, 14 of their 33, and the Ohio State Buckeyes energized. They're going nuts. They are leading this ballgame, and they get another turnover, kick it ahead, drive to the basket, lay it up, miss the shot, rebound, who else? Wesson, put it up, miss. Rebound, Wesson, put it up, he's fouled. Couple of subs in, 5 minutes to go. Ohio State up by a massive 14. This is Gonzaga coming the other way. See if they can get something going. Petrusev over to Woolridge to Ayayi. Ayayi at the foul line. Petrusev really in the way. He should get out of there. He's not screening. He's not doing anything. Get out of the way, says Ayayi. Ayayi to Petrusev. Petrusev drive down the middle. Beautiful move. In the lane. Hang. Put it up and in. Great shot by the young sophomore, Filip Petrusev. As I told you before, Onye Velika igrač, which means he is a terrific player. 35-23. 4:23 to go. Down low to big Caleb Wesson, even against the double team. He better shoot it quickly. He puts it up. He's fouled on the play. That looked like Petrusev got enough height on his jump to stop that shot without the foul, but sometimes the referees see it a different way. So Caleb Wesson, a 73% shooter. He's the junior, the younger brother of he and Andre Wesson. This guy's massive. Look at that body. Unbelievable. Put it up and a touch to boot. And they continue to lead by 14. Gonzaga cannot mount a charge, cannot get dig into any bit of this separation. Here's a foul up front. It'll be Gonzaga ball. Ohio State remaining aggressive. That's the way you do it. When you got a lead in the Sweet 16, you cannot play not to lose. You got to go forward. You got to play to win. That's what Brutus is telling the guys. Ohio State on defense. Oh, there's a quick jumper by Kispert. Knock it up and knock down a three. Maybe that'll get him going. That's it. He made 23 of his last 49 threes coming into the tournament. So in the dance, he finally gets on the board. That does trim it. Oh, they're going to say it's a long two. My bad. 37-25. Kispert with 8. Ohio State at the elbow. Time is ticking away. Upset brewing as the number 1 seeded Gonzaga Bulldogs find themselves down 12. Ohio State just playing a very smart game. Mohammed, give it to Wesson, drive down the middle, left-hand layup, good. He's the MVP of the game, folks. There's no stopping one Caleb Wesson. They did it again by 14. Gonzaga, Ayaye. Over here, swinging out front to Woolridge. Over here to Kispert. Kispert just had that long 2. Here he is on a drive. He'll put it up. He's fouled. At least it stops the clock. Kispert will have a couple of free throws. Andre Wesson will pick up the foul. But 2 free throws, one at a time, not going to be enough for Gonzaga. Gonzaga 31-2. They've only lost to Michigan. They were clobbered by Michigan 82-64 on a neutral court, and then they lost at BYU late in the season. Those are their only 2 losses all year, both free throws up and good. So the lead 12 with 3:14 to go. Full court pressure, not a bad idea. From Wesson. They're kind of using Wesson as, what a ball player this Wesson is. Scores inside, can handle. Now he finally throws it away. Let's see if Gonzaga can convert. Out front is Woolridge. Give it to Tilly. Tilly at the elbow. Down low. He tried to get it to Petrusev. He tried to go where he shouldn't have gone. Telegraphed the pass, and Ohio State steals it right back. The lead 12, 2:40 to go. Luther Muhammad. Give it over to C.J. Walker. Walker, he's got Washington right there at the elbow. They want to use all of this clock that they can. Washington with it. Swing it way over here to Wesson. Wesson to Muhammad. Back out front to Washington. At the elbow, 5 on the clock. Drive down the middle and draw a foul. Perfect execution by the Buckeyes. They use all but 4 seconds on the clock, and they're going to end up with a couple of free throws. No live ball turnover, nothing that Gonzaga can build on. This is a huge upset, folks, and I would go out on a limb, because that's where the fruit is, and say this one is over. Washington, 83% foul shooter. The sophomore from Grand Rapids averages 11.5 a game. Both free throws, no. Second one, no good. So a 13-point lead. Gonzaga with the rebound. Gonzaga shot 39% from deep. That's like top 10 in the nation, but not pulling up. Here's a drive in the middle. Good drive inside by Woolridge in the bucket. So they've trimmed it to 11. That's as close as they've been for about 6 minutes. They need a steal. They cannot let Ohio State use all of this clock. There's only 2:05 to go in the game. They go for a steal. Here's a pull-up. They force a quick shot. Here comes maybe a comeback by the Bulldogs. Woolridge will come the other way. Coming from right to left. Give it to Big Petrusev. Down low to Tillian. He's in a good spot. 15-footer. He missed an open, easy shot. So Killian Tilly, who shoots 54% of the year, can't get that one to go. He's been awful quiet in this one. And the Buckeyes look like ever more present and able to bring this baby home. We're inside 140 now with an 11-point edge. It would take a barrage from 3 and a couple of steals. Down low to Wesson. His turnaround jumper is good. It is over, folks. So that's Andre Wesson, the senior, the 6'6 kid from the older brother of the MVP of this game. And it's back to a 13-point lead. 1:15 to go. Good night. This one is over. Petrusev out front to Kispert. Kispert knocks down a long 3. That'll help. Cuts it to 10. You can hear the hope in my voice, but I'm afraid it's over. 10-point edge. Quick foul by Gonzaga. They're going to try and put Ohio State on the line. Here's another foul. So with 1:03 to go, they're trying to get Ohio State in the bonus as quickly as they can. Quick look at Chris Holtman, the coach. He realizes that secure the ball. They're going to foul you right away. Ayaye with another foul, this time on Mohammed. There's Mark Few. Arms folded. What else can he do? His team didn't play well. They couldn't stop Caleb Wesson down low. Another foul by Ayaye. 4 quick fouls on Ayaye. Someone else has got to commit the next foul, but it'll put Muhammad at the line. 85% foul shooter. That does not spell goodness for Ohio State. Free throw. Need him to miss the first one. He does. And a quick timeout taken by Gonzaga. So a little bit of hope with a minute to go. They got him in the bonus. made them shoot a free throw. They missed a 1-and-1. And now Gonzaga, they're down. It's really a 3+ possession game with a minute to play. So you've seen stranger things in the world of sports. But I just don't know if they can come back from this. Coach Few talking to Tilly and Ayaye. There's Woolridge. He's a good three-point threat. Tilly can shoot it from deep as well. He's a 40%er. Kispert's been on fire. Woolridge, all those guys are 40% plus. Here they go. Ayaye, kick it over to Kispert. Kispert, you got to go. You got to shoot it from 3. Don't drive in. You need a 3. Kispert, drive down the middle. That ball's knocked free. Picked up by Petrusev. His left-hand layup is good. So they do get the bucket and trim it to 8. And they better commit a foul, which they do. So they're going to play the foul game. Hope that the Buckeyes will miss some more free throws. But I think that's it for Ayaye. Luther Muhammad at the line. Missed the front end of a 1-on-1 just moments ago. Could he give the Bulldogs another? Nope. That one swishes through. And the Buckeyes by 9. One more coming. Right-hander ready, delivers, and that one's good. Gonzaga knows what they have to do. No timeout here. Down 10, 45 seconds to play. Ohio State still putting pressure on. That's not a bad idea, but it'll leave guys open. Kispert open from 3. Instead, drives in, lay it up, hits the bottom of the rim. Rebound no good. Tilly missed the layup. It's going to be over, folks. Gonzaga commits another foul. Subs are coming in. Chris Holtmann and the Buckeyes are going to celebrate, and they are going to move on. They are going to take on the winner of BYU and San Diego State. A matchup from days gone by in the old Western Athletic Conference. You got to go back to Frank Arnold coaching the Cougars and Smokey Gaines coaching the Aztecs in the days of Ainge versus Tony Gwynn and Michael Caves. That should be a really good ball game. You're not going to want to miss that one on Ghostcast either. Free throws are good. The lead is 12. Gonzaga needs a miracle at this point. Still pressured by Ohio State just so they can't dribble it up and shoot a wide open shot. Ayaye, left wing, kick it to Petrusev. Petrusev pass back door to Tilly. Tilly kick it out. There's an open Woolridge. He should have shot it. He doesn't. Kispert does and knock it down. Kispert knocked down a 3, cut it to 9, but still now it's a 9-point game with 12 seconds. And looks like Gonzaga at this point will not foul. And this thing is going to be over. The lead is too much. The Ohio State Buckeyes have rolled into New York, the Empire State Arena, and have upset the number 1 seeded Gonzaga Bulldogs. What a ball game by Chris Holtmann. The Buckeyes, who've won 9 of their past 12, now have won 10 of their last 13. They have not been beaten for a month and a half on a neutral court or their own home court. And Caleb Wesson will walk away with the Ghostcast most outstanding player of this one. And the Ohio State Buckeyes, the first representative into the Elite 8. Stick around, we'll have more from Ghostcast right after this.